Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon to all over the world. And today I am with Sir Mike, and his YouTube channel is Mike Philippines Retirements. And then he spoke about the way of living here in the Philippines, about how much you spend here, how much the way you live here for your retirement. Speaking about condos, houses, property, and many things. So, sir, thank you so much for to grant this interview. I know that you are very busy, but I appreciate that you grant this interview, and I really thankful that you want to be on my you want to be interviewed on my channel. Okay, so let's
Sure.
get
Well,
started,
thanks.
sir.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate the invite.
Okay, so sir, you recently did a video on 5 reasons you left the United States and 5 reasons moved to the Philippines. Can you please repeat and share them to everyone?
Oh, repeat them all. I can't repeat them all. I don't, I made the video, 5 reasons I came to the Philippines. And basically it was, I came to find companionship, which isn't the main reason on the 5 reasons left the U.S. But when I left the U.S., the country's changed. But in 2015, I decided I want to live in the Philippines, and I started working towards that goal to come here. Uh, the country changed during COVID, the beginning of COVID, and definitely all through COVID.
Yeah.
My retirement is good enough. I could not live in Las Vegas, Nevada on what I make on Social Security. I couldn't even pay for the rent and food. So coming here economically was a great thing for me. I'm able to save money. I'm able to live a comfortable life. Janet and I rent a nice 4-bedroom house. We're in a suburb of Dumaguete, a nice neighborhood. We have a couple motorbikes. We get around. We can go out and eat with our friends. My quality of living financially is better here because of the cost of living difference. And also the political aspects of the U.S., the left and right. I'm not really into that. A lot of rioting in the streets. They started off as protest, and then they turned into riots and looting. So all that was not good for me. And I was looking for a peaceful place to live, and I couldn't afford a little cottage on the lake, so I came to the Philippines.
Okay. And you settle in Dumaguete area. Can you please explain why Dumaguete and why not other areas in the Philippines?
I chose Dumaguete once I got here is because from where I live now, or anywhere in Dumaguete, you get on a motorbike. 20 minutes you can be on a beautiful beach. 20 minutes you can be in a beautiful mountain area, just relaxing, a little bit cooler than the beach. Plenty of restaurants to eat at, different types, French restaurants, Italian. There's a Vietnamese restaurant in town. And the local food. I love Filipino food. So food was nice, a good expat community here for me to talk to. It was easy to make friends here. Transportation was easy. If I want to go to Bohol or Cebu or Mindanao, it's quick and easy from Dumaguete. It's a good central spot for travel around the islands on this part of the Philippines. And Janet's here, of course.
You rode a motorbike. What was it hard getting your license, and what's your opinion of driving in the Philippines with few traffic lights and dogs in the street and dangerous roads?
Okay, well, getting a license was easy. Exchanging my U.S. license for a Philippine license was easy. The hard part was I did not have a motorcycle endorsement, and then I had to go ahead and get that, and that entailed taking a driving school class for a day and taking a written exam. And it took a lot of time to get lined up into the class. Took a lot of time to get an appointment for the test. and to get the license. But if I would have had a motorcycle endorsement on my U.S. license, it'd been very easy all the way through. And then how do I find driving? When I came here to the Philippines, I never rode a motorbike. I never was on one. And so I met Janet, and she started to show me how. And after a month, riding became easy, and now I'm a professional rider. And Dumaguete, the traffic's not that bad. And last month we drove to Cebu City from Dumaguete. We took a ferry across the island and took the motorcycle ride up there. That was scary in Cebu City. If you don't know where you're going, you get lost. You pass where you're supposed to turn. It's hard to make a U-turn. So it's only hard if you don't know where you're going. But driving in Dumaguete, it's pretty easy.
Okay. Sir, I have driver's license, but I don't know how to drive.
You don't know how to drive
Yeah.
a motorbike?
And
No,
I
you don't
never.
drive a scooter? Nothing.
I don't have scooter. Nothing. I don't have nothing, and I have
How'd you
driver's
get a license?
license. Because
Driving?
the purpose of my license, it was my husband who really wanted it, because so that it's hard. I mean, it will be easy for me when I will go to Belgium and then convert my Philippine license to a Belgian license. But it didn't happen because I wait a very long time. I never been in Belgium until he passed away last 2020, and then before, it was very easy to have a driver's license. No driving lesson, no exam. There is an exam, but it's really easy to get, especially if you go a fixer. And then when I had my license before, sir, it was spend me only 2,800 pesos. But now it's
Wow.
more than that. It's much more higher. Now I
Mhm.
think it's around 25,000 pesos. And then you go to a driving school, you have a driver's certification for to show to LTO. So yeah, I never had
They
that.
make it they make it they make it so complicated for a Filipino to get a license nowadays. That
Yes,
should be
exactly.
a fast track in the Philippines as the Filipinos, especially since they've been riding motorbikes. In the province, everybody's riding a motorbike at 16. So I don't understand why that's such a complicated process for someone that's grew up here. I can understand a foreigner coming in, but a local should be a piece of cake. But it's not.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yeah, and that I've been renewing my driver's license last week, because if I will not renew my license until August, I will go back to first procedure, and it will cost me 25,000 pesos. So I
Mm.
renew as much as earlier.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Janet, who is your girlfriend, seems a perfect match for you. Can you tell everyone how met and what criteria did you have in mind when seeking a companion?
Hmm. My
Mm,
criteria when I
mm,
came to Dumaguete, I stayed in Bohol for 2 months before I came here, and I
mm,
had an online girlfriend that ended up being a scammer. Uh, so when I was in Bohol, I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't know anybody. When I
mm,
came to Dumaguete, I was staying in an apartment I rented, and I decided now's the time to find somebody. And across the street was a high school, Genobe High School. So I through Facebook, suggested friends, and I found like two or three girls that went to Genobe High School. So I knew they lived close by. And Janet was the only one to reply. The other two, I don't know why, but Janet replied. And we just hit it off. It took her a while to come and meet me. She was
mm,
shy. She was scared to meet me. I had to go out into the street, and she was on her motorcycle driving by and parked. I had to walk out of the apartment, out of the compound, and on my cell phone, I'm going, "Is that you in the motorcycle over there?" And she goes, "Is that you walking?" And she was just scared to meet me. And since she met me, we've been together every day since.
mm.
Every day.
Okay. Janet was making 5K when you met her, and you opened her a bank account and helped start savings account. What was your thoughts process when doing this, and what other economic security will you plan or provide by Janet? I mean, for provide for Janet.
Mhm. Yeah. My thought is I didn't want a part-time girlfriend. I didn't want a girlfriend that was working. She'd go to work at 8 in the morning and get home at 6 at night.
Yeah.
That's not a girlfriend. That's when you're young, two couples, they both work, they both contribute to the household. But at my age, I wanted a full-time companion, a full-time girlfriend. So for me to ask her to quit work, I decided I had to compensate her what she
Mm,
lost in her salary. And she lived with her parents, and her contribution to the house was 2K. So
mm,
I said, we'll give that 2K to your parents like you've always done. And I'll put that other 3K in a savings account for you.
mm,
And that's your after Mike money when Mike's no longer here for whatever reason. And the other things I do is I pay her Phil Health and I pay her Social Security contributions. Um, Other than that, we're partners. Every time we need something, my money is her money. If groceries, her son needs medicine or shoes or whatever, our money, our budget is combined. But the money I gave her is separate. That is hers for when something happens. If I got to leave
mm.
to go back to the States, or God calls me, whenever, that's her money.
Okay. I'm a single mom and have a daughter from a foreigner who abandoned us. In fact, he wouldn't even sign her birth certificate. Although this is not your area, you are a wise man. So for you, you have any advice for single Filipina who wants or met foreigners interested in them?
Wow. If they're here on a vacation and they're here for a couple months, uh, think of it as just a fling. It's a boyfriend you met, and just like dating in high school or after high school and college. Don't think of it as a long-term commitment until the guy decides that he's financially uh, set to help you out and be part of a family with you. You got to be careful. And if pregnancy wise, if it's an American, I know you can. There's steps you can take to have him be responsible for the child, but you got to save all the text messages, intimate details, and that's complicated. Nobody really wants to do that. You just have to be careful and selective. And Philippine women, from what I see with all the single mothers, they believe in almost what people tell them, and they dream of happiness. And a foreigner can fill false hopes into a girl. You tell her, "Oh, I'm going to take you back to the States with me. You're going to have a life forever with me," and then they dump her after. They break up with her after a couple months. So that's where I think foreigners scam Filipinas, is not out of money, but they scam them out of their dreams and out of their hopes.
Because, sir, the father of my daughter, she is a Belgian guy, but he didn't support her for 15 years.
Mm. That's bad. Got to man up, dude. Got to man up. Take care of your kids. That's all I got to
Yes.
say. If you have a kid, man up and take care of them. Doesn't cost much. A couple $100 a month, and your child will be much happier and raised well.
Yeah, and I've been contact him, and then what he said to me is fuck off. And then I've been consulting, yeah, I've been consulting also a Belgian lawyer, and then she told to me that I can be able to ask support from the father because I have evidence, I have remittance receipt from Western Union since 2005. I still keep it. I still have it for an evidence, but for to contact him again and then using the lawyer, it will cost me 2,000 euro or more than. So I give up.
Yeah. Well,
I will
there's
save
there's
that for my
DNA.
daughter's school. Yes,
I know.
DNA.
I know.
It's a
Everybody's
long.
counting on that. Everybody's counting on it's too expensive for the Filipina to pursue anything. And
Yes.
It is. It's too expensive. They can't afford to lose that money without any guarantee of money in the future. And even
Yes.
if
So,
there's a guarantee, they can't wait
mm,
sometimes. They have to feed their
yes.
child today. Got to have clothes today.
Yes. So I've been thinking if I will spend 3,000 euro to contact him for him to give support, better that I save that money for the college of my daughter.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
That's it.
You found Janet on Facebook. You did not use dating site and was in your country when you started was in country when you start chatting. Do you believe in LDR relationship or waiting until you are both on the ground to starting searching?
I think you can meet someone online. I think you can hope that you're going to have a good relationship online. I think it's okay for the guy to, pay for load, buy a phone if he wants to, even send a little money every month. But you don't know until you get here. You got to get here and meet, spend time together. And once you're together, who knows what happens? There's a story of a young man who was totally in love with this girl online, and
Yeah.
she loved him. And he came here. He sold everything. He came here. They got an apartment here in Dumaguete. They spent 2 months together, and then they looked at each other and said, "Man, I don't like you." She didn't like him, and he didn't like her. So here you have. She has to go back to her family. Uh, you know, lost a little face, a little bit of shame going back to family. He ran back to the States. And since he sold everything, spent too much money here, he's living in his mom's basement. He's in the same situation now. He doesn't have the money to come live here in the Philippines. So it's okay to be in a relationship online, knowing that you've both been honest with each other and there's a date that you're coming. I'm coming June 3rd. And you come that day and you spend a month together, 2 months. And if that works, then you plan your future. But don't plan the future online. It's just a girlfriend or somebody that you enjoy talking to online till you meet them.
There are many foreigners in Dumaguete. There are some crimes and drama in that area, normally related to foreigners. Are you comfortable in that area or will move another area in the future?
Wow. Did you ask, like, is there drama between the foreigners or just that there's too
Yeah,
many?
yes.
Yeah, well, I haven't run into any drama, but there
Mhm.
is. There is. I've heard people talk about other people, and it's terrible. But uh, foreigners are opinionated people. Some feel they're entitled, but the vast majority are very, very nice people. A pleasure to be around. I would not leave Dumaguete because there's foreigners here. The
Okay.
only reason I'll leave Dumaguete is if I find a permanent place to live and I take Janet and her son with me, or just Janet with me if it's later on in life. But just to leave because there's too many foreigners here, no, it's not. I can go days without talking to any of them, without avoiding them. We'll go up to the mountain, or we'll go to Zambagita or Chaton for the day. Uh, when I want to see them, when I want to meet them, I know the right places to go, or I text them and we meet up.
Okay. Okay. What health plan do you have and have you secured a health plan for Janet?
Well, Janet only has Phil Health. That's her health plan. I pay that. We paid that yearly just now. It was 4,800 pesos, I think, for 1 year. Her and her son. Me, I looked into the Pacific Cross. I paid the 1 year premium, but I don't know if that's going to be for me. I have to really think hard these next few months about if I'm going to self-insure or I'm going to keep my health insurance with Pacific Cross. The rates are going way up next year. When I'm 69
Oh,
and 70, the rates are just very high.
okay. Do you have an exit plan which I recommend to my subscriber in case you have to leave Philippines in an emergency or for medical reason? If so, what is your exit plan?
go to the airport, take my money with me, go to the airport, buy a ticket, and get out of here. Depends how quickly the exit needs to be. If I need to leave tonight, if that ever happened, all I could do is pack up and go to the airport and hope I can catch a plane out of town. Uh, if it's a medical procedure and I know, you need something, it doesn't have to be done tomorrow, but shortly. Well, then I just make reservations and I go back to the States and take care of it. Or I get it taken care of here in the Philippines. If a loved one is in danger in the States, they're sick and I want to go see them, I have the money to get on a plane and go. My exit plan, and the best exit plan you can have, is money. Money gets you out of all your problems here. Yes. You buy a ticket, buy a ferry. Cash is king. There's only so much room on that trike. The guy who pays most money gets on the trike. So, my exit plan, I have one. I have easy access to money. It's not in my house. It's not in my pocket, but it's easy enough access through ATM machines and such. And I watch the news. I don't think anything scary will pop up. And if it's ever so bad that the whole world economic problems, collapse, then we're all in trouble. So,
okay. Sir, do you have any question for me, or I will continue to ask you a question?
My question to you, LapuLapu, how is it out there? Now, I've never been there. I've been to Cebu City. How would you describe LapuLapu? Is it middle class? Is it blue collar?
I cannot say. Yeah, for now, in my opinion, LapuLapu City now is a middle class because there are different features and then new buildings and then new hotels and resort here, especially in Mactan, Newtown. And then LapuLapu, there is a part in LapuLapu where there is so traffic, but mostly not all in Lapu-Lapu Street are traffic. So it's really moderate or slight traffic. But mostly there will be so much hotel and resorts will opening maybe next year or end of this year.
Is there now when you get off at the airport, they have a lot of cabs there? I mean, how do you get from the airport to Cebu City? If you want to go, say, Ayala Mall, a hotel around the Ayala Mall or something, how do you get from that hotel to from the airport
Taxi.
to the hotel?
Taxi.
Just the taxi.
Yeah, taxi, or if you would like to public transportation, you can ride yellow taxi inside the airport going to Save More, and then Save More you can ride aircon bus there going to I think SM Mall, or and then you can ride also, or you can ride a V Hire. V Hire, it's like a van, and then the fare is 40 pesos or 50 pesos going directly to SM or Ayala Mall.
Mm-hmm. But the taxi is the way to go. I took a taxi in Cebu City, but we didn't go to we didn't go over that big bridge, and that we saw when we passed.
Yeah.
So do you like it there?
Yeah, I like it here. Yeah, I like it here because I've been living here, and not exactly living here, but I live Lapu-Lapu since my daughter was 6 years old. We've been renting a house, and then we moved in a different subdivision, and then we left Lapu-Lapu when my husband passed away last 2020 because we were been renting, and then I cannot afford to pay 10,000 pesos rent for fully furnished house. So when my husband passed away, we went, I live in my auntie's house in Mandawi for several months. And then after I moved to Lapu-Lapu again because one of my brother rent a little apartment where there is 2 rooms. So I went there because my daughter school is in Lapu-Lapu. And then until I purchased a house from the property of my husband in other country. I mean, my inheritance from my husband. So I purchased a house because that's what his dream for me and my daughter. Mm.
Yes. Now, would you rather, if you had your choice, Cebu City or LapuLapu, which one would you live in? If you
Lapu-Lapu.
were free to pick it, LapuLapu by far,
Lapu-Lapu,
right? Better
sir.
than Cebu
Yeah,
City.
Lapu-Lapu.
Okay, so
Yeah, Lapu-Lapu because
I'm going to have to check.
Lapu-Lapu is just, yeah. Because Lapu-Lapu, sir, is very accessible. If you want to go to immigration, there is immigration here. And then if you want to go also in mall, there is a different mall also here. And then public market, very accessible. And then in different crossing street or yeah, end of the street, there is a little public market. And then in the place where I live in the subdivision where is on the back on the mall. And then beside on the mall there is different foreign restaurant like Big Bites. I think there is Big Bites over there, and then Giovanni Italian Pizza. I saw quite a lot of expat in Italian Giovanni Italian Pizza. They are eating pizza. And then there are also some foreigners who are living in Collingwood subdivision, Brockfield. So here it's very accessible. And Derek Quick, I don't know how to pronounce. They are living in Bayswater subdivision, where is close to my house. I think it's 5 minutes riding from here to Bayswater subdivision.
So if you were a foreigner and you were
Mm,
single and you were looking for a Filipina to date or
okay.
just looking to meet a good Filipina, Lapu-Lapu is the place to go. Is it a good place to meet girls, and does it have a little nightlife there?
Yes, there is a nightlife here, but not so much like in Cebu City, because Cebu City is the main or the original where there are quite a lot of nightlife. Lapu-Lapu have a nightlife is just only new. I think it was last year or 2020 or 19. There is, and then here in Lapu-Lapu there is a new disco bar here. And then I went there I think 3 times or 4 times. And then I saw some foreigners also go there. We call that here Havana disco bar. And then there is also a disco bar in Mactan. And then there is another here in Lapu-Lapu, but me, I don't really go. And I don't
You
go
don't go.
every, yeah, nightlife every Saturday or every night. But mostly Cebu City is a center or ancient to have a nightlife, because when I was a teenager I went to Cebu City for nightlife. Mango Avenue, but only in Mango Avenue there are quite a lot of
Right.
places, disco bar, drinking bar, yes, pub.
So, are you a good cook?
I'm not, I didn't say that I am a good cooker, but I can be able to cook. And then I learned it from my parents, from my family, because when they are cooking, I look at them how to cook. But I can be able to cook like pork afritada, chicken afritada, pork adobo, and then lumpia vegetables or meat lumpia, pancit, or others.
Mm. So you're quite the catch then, a good cook.
Yes. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I'll let you continue.
Okay. Do you plan on traveling outside Philippines with Janet in the future, and what countries would be in your bucket list?
There's no plans outside the country, but my pocket list would be Vietnam, Thailand, and Cambodia. I'd like to visit all three of those before. They're my bucket list.
Thanks. Mine, sir, is the first on my list is Thailand, but I don't know if I can be able, but I think I can. I can afford because I have savings. But the hard thing is the immigration. I am not so really sure if I can pass the immigration because
I
I
heard it's tough. It's tough.
yeah, because I had a friend of mine. They went to Singapore. They were five, and then it's just only three of them who were traveled to Singapore. The two was denied an immigration, and then they have
Oh,
already ticket that they purchased a ticket already.
yeah, you got to throw all that away. Yeah, it's a shame.
Yes,
That offloading is terrible. It's terrible.
yes. Would you consider being in my weekly or occasional panel advising to viewers on any question they have on the Philippines? It also promotes your channel.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Okay. And sir, if you want
Who
me to
else
be
is
on
on
your
that panel?
hmm?
Who
Hmm?
else is on that panel? Before I
Excuse me?
answer that, who else you gonna plan to have on the panel? What other?
Okay. One of my subscribers, sir. And then if you like me to be on your channel, sir, I am welcome. And then if you would like me to be on your regular live stream, I am welcome. And then if you would like to interview me, I am welcome. Always welcome.
Are you coming to Dumaguete? No.
Um yes. Yes, but yes, I would, but I make it sure that my daughter has no school
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
no one can take care of her, and then that's a difficult on me because I cannot travel very easily because of my daughter, and then I cannot. I mean I don't know where I can leave her, and then especially this month or this week I am very busy to bring my mom to the hospital for her cataract operation on her two
Right.
eyes. Yeah,
Yeah. No.
because I decided, sir, even if it's expensive, but I do my best to have the operation because I told to myself I have savings, and then what if my mom is become blind? What money can do? And then my mom is blind. I mean, she will become be blind because of the cataract. So I prefer, and
Right.
my priority now is to the cataract operation of my mom.
Hmm. Yes. Yeah, I would interview. You'd want to do like this, the StreamYard split screen interview. Is that what you'd be
Uh
interested in?
yes, it's okay for me. Or if ever you will be back here in Cebu, just let me know.
Well, yeah, we definitely were coming back. Janet and
Mm,
I are
mm,
coming back. We made some good friends up there. And there's
okay.
one of our friends, he lives in Karkar, Rick. Want to stop and see his house. And yeah, we're planning, but probably towards the middle of summer before we come back.
Okay, but if you would
We'll
like
look
to
you up.
interview me,
I would
if you would
love
like,
to interview you in person. Yes, yes.
okay, if you would like to interview me live stream, it's okay for me, no problem.
Okay, great, great.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Can you give us a quick summary of your living expenses and how you found your house in Dumaguete?
Okay, my living expenses. I'm based my living expenses on 1,700 US.
Mhm.
It includes everything, health, money towards medical, visas, savings. Anybody can look it up. You check my YouTube channel. It's the best Philippine budget. I just posted it a couple weeks ago, and Janet fixed my computer, and it's a total breakdown of everywhere I spend my money. And the cost of food has gone up so much lately that I've
Mm.
moved my budget from 1,500 US to 1,700, and I moved my our food budget. Now we're a family of three, from 1,500 to from 1,000 from 17,000 pesos to 20,000 pesos. So the food is taking a big bite out of our budget, and our rent's pretty well fixed. It's 23,000 pesos a month. I found the house through a realtor, Carol. She's with Cebu First Realty, and I wish you guys would send a prayer out to Carol. She lost her husband the other day, and uh, our prayers are with her and her family. But Carol is a great realtor. If you need a property, a house to rent, apartment to rent, and you're in Dumaguete, contact me and I'll hook you up with Carol, and she'll find you something. She spent weeks and weeks and found the perfect house for me. Yes.
Do you like to go grocery shopping and to the markets with Janet? And what are her favorite meals or cooking dishes you enjoy?
She cooks a great adobo. I love her chicken
Yeah.
adobo, pork adobo, whatever you want to put in there. And she makes like a stew, which is close to the adobo. It has the potatoes and the carrots and different vegetables that we can get at the market. She cooks great for me. She knows I love chicken. She cooks a lot of chicken dishes. She's very good at that.
Okay. My daughter also love chicken than pork meat, sir.
I'm sorry.
Okay, my daughter likes also chicken than pork meat.
Yes, I don't like fish. I, I don't like dried fish. I don't like fish.
uh,
Janet doesn't cook it here too much, and
okay.
it's a big thing when she does.
Okay. Finally, please tell our viewers how moving to the Philippines have improved your health, welfare, and well-being.
Well, I'm much calmer now in the Philippines. Uh, I'm more relaxed. The living situation is that I'm in is very good. I have a great, loving partner. I'm blessed with finding Janet, and she's made my life easy. I don't have to do anything. I get up in the morning, and she sees I'm up. She runs out to make the coffee, and she starts her she calls it her job, cleaning the house, getting everything ready, getting her son off to school. Uh, it's relaxing. You don't have the pressure of like in the States, getting up and going to work, the traffic. Here, I don't. There's nowhere I have to be. Today I had to be here at 5 o'clock, but it's only because I make that arrangement. The tension of and the pressure of paying bills. In the States, no matter how much you made, every day in the mail came a new bill. A credit card bill, another type of insurance bill, just one bill after another after another. It seems like you could never get out of the hole. And now financially, I'm able to save, $400 or $500 US every month. Where back home, I'd be borrowing money to live. So uh, the blood pressure's come down. I'm much more relaxed. I need to lose a little weight, but all that is all good. I'm happy. I hope Janet's happy with me, but my life is good right now. I'm very happy.
Okay, and Sir Mike, that's the all question that I have for you, and I would like to say thank you for this very informative and interesting interview. And Sir Mike's channel is Mike's Philippine Retirement, and I will put his YouTube channel in this video description. And please subscribe to his channel because I can tell you, as a Filipino woman and single mom, he is providing solid and accurate information. So sir, thank you so much for this interview. And then God bless you and Janet. And then just let me know when you would like to interview me on your channel, either live stream or personal. So just let me know. So thank you, everyone who are watching, and God
Thank
bless you
you. Yeah,
all.
I want to thank all your viewers who watch this.
Mhm,
I've been looking at the comments. Thanks
mhm.
everybody. I recognize some of the names. Uh, the two of us, everybody on YouTube is blessed that the people take time out of their day to watch us talk, watch us give you our opinion on
Yes,
YouTube, and entertain you on YouTube the best we can, if we can. And
yes,
bless you all for watching us. Support Sharon. She's got a family to support. She's working hard.
yes.
She's been trying to get hold of me for months now, and God bless her and her family. We wish her the best. And thank you, all your viewers.
Okay. Thank you also, sir. And God bless you and Janet, and more blessings to you.
Bye
Okay. Thank you,
bye.
sir. Bye.